Was in pictures with my dad and uncle at 2.
Yeah, I remember seeing them.
So I've been around it since I was pretty much born, but I remember my dad rubbing my feet in the field when I was 5 and 6 because it was so cold. 86 was when I shot my first duck, a bufflehead.
How old were you then?
I was 11. No. Yeah, 11.
Who else were you hunting with? Was there other family?
Uncle Kelly was a duck hunter, is a duck hunter. Dad did until I was of age to hunt by myself, and he kind of stopped coming out.
So the first bird
I shot was a Drake bufflehead in 1986. I believe it was 86. I think I was 9, which would make me in an 84. I'm not quite sure. I have to check my journal, but it was either 84 or 86, so it was either 9 or 11, one or the other. But I shot a male bufflehead underneath the train trellis out in Mud Bay, which is about 15 minutes to the south of where we are here. And it was with an old Model 37 Ithaca pump gun that my dad owned. And that used to kick like a mule, let me tell you. And yeah, I sluiced him underneath in the mud. And
who was there that day with you?
Uncle Kelly was there, and Dad was there, and the dog we were using was Spicer, and that was Uncle Kelly's old girl. And she went out and got it for me, and I was proud as punch when I actually finally had it in my hand. It was bufflehead, not what I wanted to shoot, but it was a duck, so I shot it. Yeah. I've gotten some banded geese, and in fact, one of the banded geese that I got, I almost lost my dog on, and I remember that story well. Barnston Island, just up the road here, along the Fraser River, and me and my buddy Kevin shot 3 geese in there one night, and one of them was wounded and took off into the Fraser, and my dog Buck, he took off after him, and he used to swim so low in the water that he couldn't hear you talk, couldn't hear you. You're
commanding,
yeah. And anyways, he was 100, 150 yards out into the Fraser chasing a goose and going downstream all along. And I was freaking out, saying my dog's gone now, and and I couldn't, I was sitting on the bench kind of, or on the levee kind of sitting there sulking, and about 15 minutes later, Buck come running back up the shore with a big goose hanging out of his mouth, and that goose had a band on him, and I think he was a 10-year-old goose. He was a big old boy that had outsmarted a lot of hunters and dogs, and
Wow.
yeah, so from sad to ecstatic in 2 seconds.
Buckaroo is your first dog.
Buckaroo was my first dog, yeah. God bless him. He was a great dog. Great dog, and I miss him every day that I come out here and do this. I hunted by myself for a while. I hunted with high school buddies. I hunted with neighbors, Kevin, Bidewell.
The people you were hunting with, were they already duck hunters themselves?
Just a few of them. Kevin was, and like I said, Uncle Kelly was, but the rest have either been rookies or introduced to this sport by me, basically. I got my first junior license, and then at 14 I passed the core course to get my full-fledged hunting license. And yeah, ever since then I've been
Hunting the West Coast?
hunting British Columbia's lower mainland. Yeah. Either the marshes or the fields. We have private fields here that we can hunt. And the marsh is out on the foreshore, but we spend most of our time in here. Gets it done.